Hey y'all, and welcome back to my channel. We're about to fix dinner. So let's see, I'm gonna fix some beans. Start my water. I'm gonna season my water. I've been soaking my beans all night long. I like brown beans. So we got some brown beans that's been soaking. I added some more water so that they could absorb. They get tender quicker. So for me, I've been cooking these beans this way for a very long time, and they're always very, very flavorful. I may be doing a couple of voiceovers because my air may come on, but let's season this water. I'm going to need some type of meat. Should I already had it out? All right. What kind of meat do I have? What type of seasoning? Let's start off with this. This is my go-to. It serves right for every situation. Any type of food that I'm trying to create when I want it savory, I always go with that. And just in case you don't have any meat on hand, this is a beautiful substitute because it gives so much flavor. Man, I think I got rid of it. I don't have any more. Oh no. But it's really a Goya, one of those Goya packages, but it is the ham. And I am totally out. Oh my gosh, I went right to the store, y'all. That's all right. You just gotta improvise. Let me get my meat. Hold on, y'all. Where art thou? Now, where's the meat when you need it, y'all? Well, now, I'm saying I got it prepared. No, where's my meat? Alright, let me go and push stop, y'all. I'm gonna have to stop it. I'm gonna have to stop. Hold on. Hold on, y'all. Let's pause it. Now let's just stop it. Alright, y'all. Had to do some scrounging. And when all else fails, when you don't have any smoked meat, you always got smoked meat. I have this big family pack of Eckrich smoked sausage. It's frozen, but I've managed to peel some nice big chunky pieces off of it. See? It's just something that's going to flavor these beans. And this right here is going to flavor your beans totally. Now we're going to add some seasonings and stuff. You know we're going to add our own little flavor to it. But right now we're going to start working on this cabbage right here. I always add a bay leaf in my beans so we can have kind of like a savoriness to it. I won't get carried away. Just one bay leaf will do just nicely. When you reach a board, I'm going to put my top on it and I'm going to turn it down. Let me get the top. Let's work on this. The water, the cabbage. Don't put as much water in the cabbage. Wait a minute, let me move this up some instead of bumping it. Turn it down. Add some margarine to my cabbage water. Margarine, butter. Also, in my cabbage water, I'm also going to add some jalapeno peppers to give it a punch. Maybe about this much, depends on how you like it. Add that much in there. Just keep on working on seasoning this water because this is how your cabbage is going to taste. For the cabbage, let me see. I'm going to add a little savory herbs to the cabbage water. This is going to season it. Put it all in. It's got everything in there you need, and you can just tweak it. But the hard part has already been done, you know, because your cabbage is going to taste like whatever it is that you put in it. Or your cabbage is going to, yeah, whatever this broth is. Same thing with the beans. Now you can add a little something to this water. I may add a little pepper. And a little salt. But I'm going to add the salt on top of the food so that we can layer it. All right, so this is coming up to a boil. I'm going to turn this down. Now they've soaked all night, so it is going to cut the time down some, but this is a day. I'm going to take my time and cook it. It's not going to really take that much longer, but let me chop up my cabbage and I'll be back. All right, now let's add the cabbage to this. All right, y'all. I've already washed and chopped. Now let's add layer for layer. A little dab of do you. I'm going to add a little layer with this Greek seasoning and pepper. I like my cabbage real peppery. To each his own, right? So let's go layer for layer here. All right. I got one that's already open. I love this Greek season. I use it on everything. A little layer. A little pepper. It's just amazing how when they wilt down, it's really not going to be a lot because ooh, these beans is going at it, ain't they? Turn you down. I thought I turned you down. Okay, let's turn that down. All right, another layer of seasoning, Greek seasoning, a little bit of pepper. All right, let's repeat it. This last layer. This is just an old quick way. You can spice it up. Some people use bell peppers in theirs. Garlic, you can also use garlic, but I did use some garlic and herb seasoning pack. So that's going to give all the garlic. You could also put you some garlic salt on it. Garlic powder. I think that's what I do. I add a little garlic powder since I'm right over here next to it to enhance it just a little bit. Now this is going to seal it. You ain't going to have to do nothing else to it. You ain't going to have to do nothing else to this cabbage. Just sit back and just let it do its thing. Put the top on it so it can go on and cook down. The beans is beaning. Now let's work on our meat. Now, I know everyone has their own way of doing things. This is still new to me, but sometimes I get, as I was saying, sometimes I get it right and sometimes it's a hit and miss. We're making a chicharron. This is a big pork belly. Look how it is. And all you got to do, I want it to be crispy on the outside, but medium outside of here. So I'm going to boil it. I'm going to season it. Then I could put it in the air fryer and let it crisp on up. I may do that so that I won't have to, you know, deal with a lot of grease. So I am, this is soaking in apple cider vinegar water. Apple cider vinegar and water. And I'm going to cut them in strips so that it cooks faster. I'm going to boil them for a few minutes first. Then when I take them from boiling, dry them, add the flavor. And once again, either I'm going to fry them because I want that real crispy flavor. I want that real crispy texture. And I can eat this for days, especially since it's just me. I got beans, I got cabbage, I'm going to have cornbread. I'm going to fix a peach cobbler too, y'all. Semi-homemade kind of. I'm making it from home. I got some help, like I do have my pie crust that I got from the store that I forgot to put in the refrigerator. Oof. So let's see. See about cutting this in strips. See, I can even cut these in halves. Might just do that. See, it's gonna be like bite-sized pieces like this, real crispy and real juicy on the outside. All right, let me cut these up and get them to boiling, and I'll be back. Okay, we rocking it out over here. We got our beans, brown beans brewing away. We got our cabbage. We got our chicharron, crispy pork bellies. They're boiling. We're gonna boil them before we either air fry them or fry them. I'm going to start working on my cornbread. What I'm going to start off by doing is heating up some butter into this pan because I like my cornbread to have a crispy bottom. You know, I don't want it burned, but I like the kind of crispy edges here. We're also going to add some whole milk as well as some coconut milk to this. We're gonna re-zap this flavor here. We're going to make it very, very delicious. We're just adding some extra ingredients to it. Let's put this in the oven. And when this comes out, I'm also going to spray it with some non-stick butter to make sure it doesn't stick. Let's get that out. Got my non-stick. Now let's work on this. It's just a regular simple bag of sweet. See, it says sweet yellow cornmeal. They've already did the work. I've been using this one. This is good. Either this one or Jiffy. Also need to grab an egg and some milk out the refrigerator. I'm also going to add some honey to this cornbread. All right. So we got the milk. Let's open up this coconut milk. Add a little of this milk first. I feel like half and half. And when it's soupy like this, add the honey. All right, just a nice little swig. I also have some, wait a minute, I got some coconut milk already open in the refrigerator. Let me get that out so that I don't have to just remember. It's Thai coconut. I found it at Walmart. See, you see it. Put just a little bit of this in here. So this is going to be extremely moist and flavorful, buttery. Making a mess. Pardon me and my mess, y'all. Let's see, is our butter melted? Oof. I'm letting that skillet heat up a little bit. Kind of like a cast iron. All right, now let's get ready to spray this pan so that we can ensure that it does not stick, because we don't need no sticking cornbread. Yeah, melted good. So can you see that? Ooh, let me turn that down. That's my meat. Alright, let's pour it in. Now we're finna work on this peach cobbler, so that the oven can run at the same time. Let's put it in the oven. We got it at 340 degrees. All right, y'all, let's start working on this sweet peach cobbler. Okay, let's work on this peach cobbler. I buttered the pan. It's probably too big, but I don't know why I got it so big. So it's going to be a thin layer, but at least it's butter that. I got some canned peaches. I rinsed them off just a little bit so that I can add my own flavor to them. I'm going to be adding some sugar, some cinnamon, a little nutmeg, a little vanilla, and as well as a little of cornstarch. But I'm also going to be adding pecans. And we're going to use a store-bought crust. So let's season these and get this in the oven. Now I'm just eyeballing it. You're going to have to do what tastes right to you. Cinnamon. Cinnamon. Okay, here we go. Cinnamon. I think I'm going to add some lemon juice to this as well, to give it another I may add a little brown sugar to this too. Squeeze of a lemon. Add a little bit of cornstarch. And a little bit of vanilla. Eyeballing it once again. It's white vanilla. Thought I'd try something different. So, let's give this a stir. I almost forgot my pecans. I mean, I got them laying around. I usually use them for like pecan pancakes or pecan waffles, something like that. Make sure you taste it, because whatever it is, it's going to be like that when it cooks. This will thicken up. So let's see. I think it's good. Let's see. That is delicious. Ooh, I think I need a little bit more sugar though. But that white vanilla mixed with that lemon, ooh, I might not need any. Oh my gosh. I'm going to put just a little brown sugar in to kind of balance the sugar out. Just a little bit. So you see I got my cornbread in the oven, I got my beans, I got my meat, and I got my cabbage. We rolling, y'all. We're going to be eating good tonight. Alright, here's the mixture. Now I'm going to pour it in here. I don't feel like I need to do anything else to it. Simple. I'm going to drop some butter pieces in here. I already have some in here. Going to a buttered sheet. So it's going to be all about the crust, the top. So see, this is way too big for this, but I'm going for it. See, take a quick look, closer look. Probably should have got 3 cans, but that's all right. We're going with it. Now I'm finna put some pieces of butter. Do y'all keep y'all dishwater? Do y'all make up a dishwater? I always keep me some dishwater so that I can just clean as I go. Because you sat around here and cooked all that food, goddamn, you're going to be too tired to wash them dishes. Let's put some more butter through here, margarine. All right, let's grab the crust. Once again, it's store-bought. Sometimes when I don't have time to do the crust, I would get a flour crumble. Like I mix my flour with my sugar, my cinnamon, my butters, and I just crumble it on top of it. With a lot of butter, it makes it very, very crunchy too, especially if you add in nuts. Just gonna put it on top. That's all. We ain't gonna make no fuss over it. It's just a simple. Let's say like these parts. Put it somewhere else on it. It ain't gotta be beautiful as long as it tastes good. Another side here, let's peel it off. Let's put it where it's missing. Got some right here, some right here. I ain't said it was gonna be pretty, people, but I guarantee you it's gonna be good. That's if you got old sweet tooth and you want to be able to go back and get you a couple of second and third and fourth, fifth, sixth, and I tell you till it's gone, because it's not that much. So we're going to put some butter on top. I really need a butter spread. Wait a minute. Maybe I should melt this a little bit. Because remember, the only thing we're cooking is this crust. I think I'm going to put a top on it, aluminum foil. So let me melt this right quick. Melt it just a little bit. I smell that cornbread. I smell that cabbage. The last thing to cook is going to be that meat. Get it all the way through. Very, very buttery. Now you could also put a little cinnamon on top, a little sugar on top, which I may do that. Put just a little bit to flavor up this crust. Let's put a little cinnamon. It's a lot. Put just a little bit more sugar. Put some aluminum foil on it. So I like it that all the food is going to be done. The only thing we'll be waiting on probably is going to be these beans. Put a few slits in the top. Alright. In the oven she goes. About 25-30 minutes perhaps. Check on this cornbread. Look at the cornbread, y'all. Still needs a few minutes in here, but look at how it looks. Looks good so far, don't it? Let's make room for this peach cobbler. Alright, y'all. So we got the cabbage. We got the beans. We got the meat fixing. Here's the beans with that sausage. Look how that sausage is putting in all that flavor. It's smoked sausage, see? It's going to give that smoky flavor, see? Still got a ways to go. Now I can start seasoning, so let me start seasoning the meats. I'm going to add a little Greek seasoning. A little black pepper. And a little sugar. Got a bay leaf. Alright, this is looking good. So now let's check on this cabbage. I know it's done because I like the consistency. It's good and cooked down. Can you see that? Let's taste it for seasoning. I just added some more seasoning, some salt, a little Himalayan salt. No, it doesn't take cabbage long. Probably too much. Ooh, it's hot, y'all. Perfect. Just like I like it. Now I'm going to turn that off. Cabbage done. Waiting on. We're going to get ready to start on the meat. Turn the meat off. Let it cool. And the only thing we're waiting on now is the cornbread, the peach cobbler, the beans, and let's start on the meats. Okay, as you can see, I done cooled off my pork belly, chopped up. I seasoned them with simple, just garlic powder and Sazon. But this is the tropical Sazon. Any type of Sazon you pretty much will work well. This is your season time. I got my grease. I decided to cook it on the stove. I have my grease coming up to temperature. I've already prepared these to be fried. So hopefully they're going to come out crispy, because you got to make sure that meat is full of flavor here, because you got a whole line of meat. And this is going to be crispy. That crispy and that look, that I'm talking about, look. Kind of like crispy bacon. Kind of like crispy bacon. Gonna cook a small batch at a time. Now we waiting on this for the grease to come to temperature. Can y'all see that? Now we waiting this for the grease to come up. Look at the cornbread. Let me show you the cornbread. The cornbread is done. Cornbread. That look good? Crispy around the edges, just like we like it. But also that no stick, and that bottom gonna be just like a cake. That's the importance of these no sticks. So we're letting our grease come up. I use the same pot. Just rinsed it out so I can have less dishes to wash. I have my peach cobbler in the oven. I decided to go on and remove the aluminum foil because I do want it, because the peaches is pretty much already done. It's gonna cook within that. But yeah, as soon as I start frying the meat, I'll be right back. All right, I wonder, is it ready? Looks like it's ready. I punched holes in the back of this meat to ensure that I get that crispy that I'm looking for. Ain't quite, let's fry it a little bit. Turn it up just a little bit more. Come through, beans. Ooh, it smells so delicious in here. I know I'm gonna eat good. Might as well get ready to work it off. All right, let's add the meat. Gonna start popping. I'll be back. Okay, I think this pie been cooking maybe 30 minutes. I'm gonna get ready and take it out. Probably can cook a few more minutes. This will be looking like with the pie, with the peach cobbler and things. I like mine to be a little bit more browner. Can you see that? Yeah, I think it can go in there for a little bit longer. So let's see. Go back in there. Waiting on the meat. I fried it a couple of minutes on the grease, but now I got it in the air fryer. The beans is like 80%. May have 20% more. We got the cabbages done. We got the cornbread. This is one of my pieces. It's got that crisp. Seeing that juicy meat. Absolutely delicious. I'll be back, y'all. We almost done. All right, y'all. We are officially done. I'm not going to plate it. I'm going to let it rest for a minute. So this is what we have here. We have the cabbage here. We have our delicious cornbread. Over here we have our beans. I think I give it about 10 more minutes. 10 more minutes, it'll be like it should be. It's out the way. See? Got that smoked sausage in there, giving it a lot of flavor. Got a bay leaf in here. Almost done. It's thickening up. A few more minutes, it'll be ready. I also have my chicharroni. That's my, see? Turned out good. Very, very delicious. And bite one. Y'all hear that crunch? We also have a cucumber onion salad. Thought I had red onion. I guess I left it at the store because I went to buy one today. Now let's pull this peach cobbler out the oven. It's messy. I need to clean up, but that's all right. Gets messy when you're cooking. Oh, this looks good. There it is. There go the peach cobbler. And it looks delicious. There it is. All right, y'all. This is what I'm having for dinner. Please like, share, and subscribe.